I hope everybody's having an awesome day. So, about a week ago, my neighbor suggested, so thank you, Carol, that I do a uh, video on makeup for and tips and just tips for women over 50. But the more I thought about it, a lot of these tips you can start when you're younger and be preventative. I mean, if you don't use sunscreen and you start to look like the girl from what's that movie? Something about Mary, the neighbor lady. The only way they can fix that now is like bzzz, laser in your skin off, and then you can never get a sunburn again or go out in the sun again without a hat and serious protection because they're taking off like 7 layers of your face. True story. So, thank you, Carol. Tip number 1, wear sunscreen. Do it now. But of course, if you're over 40 or 50, you have to be changing your skincare regimen to have retinols and serums. And people say to me, why do I have to wear a different night cream to a day cream? Well, a day cream is going to have sunscreen in it. You don't need sunscreen when you're in bed. So you do need to change it. And in the winter, you probably need to change it too. You might need a heavier cream depending on the climate that you live in. So I have my notes over here. I'm not like, ooh, there's a ghost. Just have my notes because I love notes. I love lists and I hate forgetting things. So number 1, as I'm doing my eyes, I am not over 50 yet. We won't talk about that. But I use matte around my eyes, and I have been blessed so far to not have wrinkles around my eyes. But you don't want to, but I mean, look, if I do this, you're going to see some. So if you put shimmer, now I do put a little highlighter shimmer here, and I like it. And until I'm raging in the wrinkle department, I'll continue to do so. But you've got to watch where you put shine. So I put it up here where I don't have any wrinkles. And I just saw a commercial about a new procedure of taking out the fat in your eyes. So instead of cutting it, I guess they suck it or something. I don't know, but I might be looking into that down the future. So don't put shimmer around your eyes. It sits in the wrinkles and it highlights them. Where's my next one? Lip liner. Now it's making a comeback. Here's the thing about lip liner. If you have all those creases around your mouth, don't wear lip liner. It's not your friend and it's just going to highlight them. And actually, older women, like grandma older, well, sorry, but like 80, they love to wear lip liner and they have a ton of wrinkles here. And then it seeps into the wrinkles and then they wear a bright color. So all they're doing is highlighting it. And love you, grandma, but don't. Next, on my list, the whole eye. Now I have almond smaller eyes. Unless I'm going for a super dramatic look at nighttime, don't line your whole eye. It makes it look smaller. So again, these tips are like if you're over 50, but this is for anybody, really. So if you're under 50, tell your mom. You know what I'm saying? If you're over, tell your grandma. And it makes your eyes look smaller, and it's not a good look. Your brows. In the 40s and the super thin brow, and in the 80s, I had it too. Thank God they kind of grew back in, but I get mine microbladed. I can't say enough of how great microblading is. I still add color because I like them darker, and when we do my touch-up, we're going to go darker and we're going to go bigger. Fuller brows are youth. Thinner brows are dated and will make you look older. Change your makeup. A lot of people, especially mature women, I don't even know if I like that term. It's kind of horrible. Awesome women, is that the word I want to say? Still are doing their makeup the exact same way they were doing it when they were in their 20s. And they never shake it up and they never change it. And that is like the worst thing ever. So change your makeup up. There's YouTube tutorials, there's books. Go to Sephora, go to Shoppers Drug Mart. They'll show you what to do. But don't get stuck in the same. Life has changed. You have changed. You've got to keep adapting. And today, because I'm just feeling feisty, I did eyeshadow. I don't wear eyeshadow very often in the summer, especially. It's like 29 above here. And I'm like, I'm going to melt. But I've got my primer on, and I'll be sitting in the shade when I do exit the building. What's on my next one? Don't wear foundation that cakes on your face, especially if you have mature skin. It will sit in the creases. So you absolutely must. And I meant to wear a lighter blush today, but you know what? Whatevs. You must wear a primer so that your foundation is not sitting in your creases. It is just not a happy look. Yesterday, there was a little girl down the street visiting, and she said to me, "Why do you have that on your lips?" And I thought, what was she talking about? And she said, "Why you got that stuff?" And I said, "Oh, lipstick." And she said, "Yeah, I need me some." I'm like, I like the way you think. You're a little young, but that's okay. Do your makeup by natural light. I cannot stress that enough. You have to see what you're doing. Bathroom lighting is the shits. And you have to blend. You have to blend like crazy. Otherwise, and today I've gone a little dark. Or it's going to look dark. It looks dark to me. But I don't know. I'm sort of like, not going to lie, I'm sort of into this really heavy cheek right now. And that too shall pass, because I'm going to be going to the lake house soon. And I like to have the no makeup look at the lake. Because if anybody pops over, I don't want to look like a total like bum who's done nothing. So for this week, I'm like, woo. What else is on my list? Oh yeah, Jennifer Lopez does this. She sleeps on her back. Now, I have tried, and it's really hard. Because I like to sleep on my side. But I am trying to train myself to sleep on my back, because when you sleep on your side, wrinkles, sweating, wrinkles, and especially if you favor, I flip back and forth, but so I'm going to have equal wrinkles one day. But what can happen is if you favor one side, it's sort of like if you drive a lot, this side is going to get the sun more than this side. So you got to wear sunglasses all the time. Because if you don't, you're doing this in the sun, and guess what that does? Right? You should only get wrinkles from being happy, not from being sad. So sunglasses. Also, I want to do this in order so I don't bounce around. Anyway, so they do make pillows, I guess, that you can use to force you to sleep on your back. If you're going to go for the strong eye, go for a lighter lip. At work, at night, I say go for it. Go both, but at work, one or the other. And wear makeup to work. Dear Lord, I don't care if you're the janitor, the CEO. It doesn't matter to me. Don't go to work looking like a schlub. Don't even get me started on that. Go online, go on YouTube, and look up face yoga and face exercises to get rid of your double chin, to strengthen the face. Even if eye exercises, so like, Seriously. And it strengthens your eyes. So you can find this. Cat eye. If you're going to do an eyeliner on the top, you've got to bend up. So I'm going to do top, bend up so that it lifts the eye, and curl your lashes. It's a must. You cannot not curl your lashes. You want your eyes to be up and bigger and look away. We already talked about sunscreen. Make sure you're getting points. Make sure you're going to Sephora or Shoppers, somewhere where you're getting points for your product. Hey, I've almost covered this. You know what? People go, oh, Christy Brinkley looks amazing for whatever age she is, 60 something. She does look amazing. But we should all be looking amazing. I strive to look that good at her age. And yes, there's genetics playing a part, but the fact is, do something about it. Take care of yourself and look after yourself. And then that will follow. You know, we don't all have to be a supermodel, and you don't have to have a ton of money. It doesn't cost a lot of money. I plan on living to, like, old, and I'm going to look fabulous. Sometimes I even tell children, always children, that I'm like in my 70s, and they're like, oh, you don't look like my grandma. Good. But I want your grandma to rise up and step up. It's never too late. If you're 80 watching this and you don't wear makeup because you're afraid of it, start today. Other thing, this is a huge thing. If you look at older, mature, fabulous women, they'll have a smooth face, they'll have a wrinkly neck, wrinkly ears, and wrinkly eyelids. Your eyelids have no sweat glands. And when people do their moisturizer, they do here, they skip here, they don't do their ears, and they don't do their neck. You have to do it all. And in my family, my mother has these lines too. So I am like, moisture, because I don't want them. The other thing my doctor told me is if you get Botox or Restylane or any kind of filler and they don't know what they're doing, a backlash that starts to happen. So if you watch The Real Housewives of anything, you can tell who has good and who has bad. The bad starts to get those super weird lines like right here. It's bizarro. I'm not against it, believe me. I haven't done it yet. I will be hopping on the train soon because I hate this thing. This is probably from doing this to my boyfriend all the time. Like, what the f-? So I shouldn't do that to him. I should just say, I love you. You never did anything wrong. Anyway, what he told me is, so if you're getting all your filler and it's done wrong, because the human face was meant to move, so this is why you have to be careful. It's why Courtney Cox had all her filler taken out, and now she's back to being gorgeous instead of like not looking how her. It was too much. But what starts to happen is because the human face is meant to move, and if you can't move, your ears will start to overcompensate, or your neck. Something's got to move. The human face was meant to express emotion, to tell our children fear. So, you know, or anger, or whatever, to be able to communicate with your children without using verbal. So, do your research. Don't go to like the guy at the corner store who said, oh, I took a weekend course online. Now I'm certified to do Botox. He's not certified to do anything. So just be mindful of what you're doing. And don't forget little parts of your body. There's other parts like eyelids. Get it on there. I put oil on my eyelashes every night. You can use coconut oil. You can use almond oil. You can use Vaseline. Some people swear by. So I make sure I put it all over my eyelids as well. So just do your work. All right? It's been lovely talking to you. I hope you go slay this day. I actually have no plans today. None. Because yesterday I was a machine and did my to-do list. And then this morning I got up at 5:30 and decided to finish my to-do list. And I am free for the rest of the day. So I think I'm going to take my speaker and I'm going to go sit on my fabulously covered deck and listen to music I like. My boyfriend hates my taste in music. Hates it. Hates it. We're quite a fascinating couple. So I'm going to listen to everything I want to listen to when he's not around. And I'm sure you figured out I'd probably listen to it even if he wasn't around. Anyway, that's it for today. Be blessed. Get your dance on. Have fun. And never, ever, ever forget your eyelashes. The longer the lashes, look at the difference. The longer the lashes, the closer to God. Peace out.